energy is attracted to you like nothing I've ever seen in this world. Okay? You're gonna know this. You're gonna know this. You're gonna know and feel if this message is for you. As always. Gotta get the coughs out, as per usual. People look at you. People are attracted to you. I'm also getting that it's not just people being attracted to you, but I mean, it is attraction technically. It's like literally the law of attraction. It's also your energy is very radiant, okay? It's almost like people are drawn to you, or it's like they cannot help but look at you, okay? And you'll know this, okay? Like I said, you're gonna know this. You're gonna literally, like, if you're walking somewhere, or let's say you like go on like hot human walks. I like that term. Let's say you're like on a hot human walk and people are literally like, everyone's just gonna like, you know, oh, what am I seeing? Oh my God, I had a dream about this. I swear, spirit, the angels are like, these abilities are getting so wild right now. Like, I literally had a dream about this. I had a dream, okay, so in the dream, you're walking, and like literally as you're walking, all these people all around you are turning and looking at you at the, like, as you're walking, just like intense attention, right? And like just like mass amounts. Like, I don't even know how to explain this, but like in the dream it's like tons of people and they're all just like together. They're like towards you. Oh my God. Okay, so this is going to be something that's really like prominent for you, and people don't always have to look at you and smile. Like, again, it's going to be like, it's just your energy is so incredibly drawing. And here's why. The reason is because you came here and you are here with, it's almost like an automatic purpose, but it's not like just your main life purpose, right? Oh my God, just like 10 birds just flew past me. Birds could be significant for you. So could, moving, or you could be moving soon. I have to put my phone away. That's gonna bother me. Sorry. Because I've got my boxes in the back of my car, and I never have boxes in the back of my car. I'm not moving, but like, this could just be an energy of moving. But the message that I heard from the angels is that you don't even realize the conduit that you are. The conduit that you are. Do you hear that word? I got that word last night and I was like, this is a channel. You don't realize the conduit that you are. And I'm also getting the message that like, you don't realize how wild it's gonna get as you continue to grow, as you continue to move forward in your life. And here's the thing, like, you're a natural conduit. You're literally like, you don't even try, like, you don't do shit, okay? And I'm not saying you don't do shit, but like, to be a conduit, you're not trying to be a conduit. You're literally just existing, and you're naturally attracting all of this energy. And it's like throughout your life, like, you've always had this type of like drawn energy towards you. You could even experience, like, I'm getting this sense of like overwhelm or like stage fright is what I'm getting, which is kind of funny. I'm getting this, like, it makes you a little uncomfortable because you know everyone's always watching you, and you're like, you almost get this sense of stage fright where, oh my God, you could be one of those people that like likes to run and hide away and be by yourself, because when you're out in public you feel so seen, and not seen like through your soul. Like, you don't really feel seen through your soul. Like, it takes a very specific, special, like unique being to see your soul because you're so deep. But what I'm saying is, like, you feel seen in the sense of like everyone's watching you. Like, it's almost like you're famous. I don't ever use that word because it's just like a funny word to me to like put on others, but like, it literally feels like you walk around and you're like, it feels like everyone's looking at you like, oh my God, like, is that who I think it is? Like, who is that? Like, oh my gosh, you know, is kind of the energy that I'm getting, which is like kind of like a fame energy, you know what I mean? Like, people are like, is that person famous? You know? But that's just like the energy. So it's that type of energy, and you feel that all the time when you're out and about everywhere and when people look at you. And so you kind of feel watched, and you kind of feel just like really seen in that aspect, or almost like you could quite literally be like famous, like online, like you could have a huge following, or you could have like a very potent following is what I'm getting. This could be for a lot of people that like also are lights in this world, and I wouldn't be surprised at all if you literally have like a mass following, because you're literally a conduit. Okay, let me get back to what was coming through. So you're so naturally, as you've been born, you've always had attention on you. Like throughout your life, you've always had attention on you. And you know what I'm actually hearing and seeing is like when you were a kid, you were probably very good at alchemizing that energy and being the conduit where you like allowed that energy in, and then you were able to alchemize it into beauty and goodness and light, right? And I'm hearing that you probably went through a bit of a journey where at some point it shifted, where instead of feeling like it was light, and it has to do with like your coming of age era, like it was like as you were starting to become a bit older, from child to like teenager ish area is what I'm getting, you kind of like, it's like through the borders that you put up with yourself because of the way that people treated you, because they saw your light, you started to basically like question your own worth, which disconnected you from that natural inner child ability to like alchemize that energy that was moving through you. You know, I'm also getting I'm hearing that you might be the type of person that has like questioned yourself often and wondered like if you're okay, this is gonna be very specific and like really like I mean you'll probably already only be here if you're meant to be here, but like I'm hearing, this is so odd, but you might have questioned yourself and asked yourself if like you're an energy vampire. Yeah, and maybe you've like just kind of like, and here's the thing, okay? The only reason that you ask yourself that is because you're not an energy vampire, right? Energy vampires kind of suck energy in a sense of like they're losing their own because they have no source center, but you do have a source center, right? And you even have such a conscious and such a kind heart that you're questioning to ensure that you aren't doing that to other people. I feel like you have a very, very, very soft heart, and oh, that's gonna be a whole nother message. Hold on, my chair's uncomfortable. But like, so I'm getting that like you've probably like questioned yourself a bit and been like, why do I attract this energy? Like, what do I do with this energy? And like, am I hurting other people? Like, you have a really, really kind heart, and like, don't correct me because I'm not wrong. I know you. I know you because I can feel your energy, okay? Yeah, you're just like a really, really kind human being, and like maybe people don't really feel that all the time from you because like these are thoughts that you experience, but I'm getting that you don't really share them. Like, you're not like, and maybe you do like with a best friend, maybe you're like, oh, like, do you think I offended them? Do you think I hurt them? Do you like, you just have this like really, I'm getting this really, really soft and kind energy. So I love you for that. First off, like, don't ever lose that. You are so beautiful. Like, that is literally one of the truest, most genuine qualities about you. Like, don't ever let that go. Like, and just remember that in the moments that you're questioning yourself, that is proof in and of itself that you're a good heart and that you're a kind person and that you are not an energy vampire, right? Like, you wouldn't be questioning yourself if you were that thing, right? So let's get back to the energy. So throughout your life, like, you've had this like energy, this ability to like be this conduit, where like, do you know what a conduit is? Probably. It's basically like this energy source that like when you like zap it with energy or you send energy into it, it like holds this energy and then it can redirect that energy back out, right? And you do that. Like, you've always done that. When you were a kid, it was like very joyful and fun and like You were probably like one of those kids that like everybody loved. You were probably like naturally popular as a kid, or like everyone just wanted to be your friend. And like I'm also getting that you probably wanted to be everyone's friend. Like you were just like, hi, let's be friends, like I love you. Like you just like had so much like joy and light and goodness, and like you've always had that in you and you still have it. Sometimes I like see the whole message, but I'm like, how do I like run through the timeline, you know what I mean? I'm running that backwards for you guys, sorry. I'm trying to like not jump ahead. Okay. Sometimes it's so fast. Thank you for your patience in these messages. I literally love you guys so much. Like this is just totally a side note. Like I literally don't think you understand how beautiful and radiant you guys are. Like this is the most beautiful collective I've ever touched, and like, or even just gotten the, I'm so fucking honored to be like channeling your energy and your angels. I literally, every morning when I pray, I'm like, I invite in all the angels and teams of light of any beings of the light. So you're obviously a being of the light, which you already know, but like, and then when I see your guys' comments, I literally cry because you guys are so powerful and beautiful, and like the energy that comes through in your comments, like I don't even think you understand. Like I'm so sensitive to energy. That's the only reason I can do this, right? Like I've been sensitive to energy my entire life, and I always like, you know, gift and curse type of thing. Like that's all my own story. We can talk about that one day, but like, like it's just so potent, and I don't even know if you realize how potent your energy is, like how beautiful you are, and like just how radiant you are. And I just like, I have to say that. Okay, I'm gonna go back into the message now. I love you. 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 Okay. So you've like been this conduit your whole life, and then I'm getting this sense that like through those years where you kind of like started to close off and box in, what I'm actually seeing is that you were still attracting all this energy, but this is like the era of your life where you've like kind of run away, right? This is the beginning of when you started to run away, and when you started to, and I don't mean like run away, I mean like hide yourself from the world, almost like, it's almost like a protection mechanism is what I am getting. And the protection mechanism was to just like ensure that you weren't doing harm with the energy that you have. Like you have so much of it and you attract so much of it, and you just wanted to ensure that you were sending it back out with like good vibration. Whoa, that's so powerful. And so I'm getting this sense that like there was this period in your life where you kind of shut off the alchemy. Okay, so I'm getting like there was this section, and it was probably in that same time, you know, like the coming of age time, where you shut off the alchemy because you didn't know what to do with it, and you were feeling insecure, and it stemmed from a lack of self-worth, okay? And that lack of self-worth, like you've really worked on that. Let's note that. We're gonna get there. Not yet, but we're getting there. And you're in a good place right now, but at this point in time, you weren't, right? And that lack of self-worth caused you to kind of like almost like harness and shut your alchemy off, which is like the center point of what I'm seeing of this conduit. I'm seeing the center point of alchemy where you can redirect that energy back out in like a beautiful way into the world, and you shut that off. And so instead what was happening, oh, I'm getting this, like you had this sense of overload, almost like yeah, like throughout this time you were attracting mass amounts of energy and more and more and more until your body actually went into overload. And there was this sense of like, it's not like lost control, but it's like, what's that word? It's like overdrive. It's like you just can't function because you weren't cleansing and clearing that and using that tool of alchemy to send the light back out. And so during this time, it was honestly really confusing because like all this energy was coming in towards you, and instead of it leaving you and like moving through you like a channel, there was this, oh, this is so hard. Do you see this energy? Like this is literally like living proof that I'm feeling this energy. Like it was like you almost like felt shut off. Like I'm getting this sense of like the whole throat chakra is closing off. Like it almost feels like you like, I'm gonna say like an anxiety attack because I've had those, but like it could have been much more intense. Almost this sense of like, just like loss of self. is what I'm getting. Because the energy, okay, so when the energy comes into you, it doesn't, because it's coming from so many external sources, it's all different vibrations of energy. It's just all these different energies. And when they come in towards you, the gift of your alchemy and the gift of you shedding them back out is that you can transform them inside of you. That's that alchemist inside of you that transforms the energy into goodness. But when you didn't transform it during that time period, it was almost like everyone else's energy was living inside of you at once, and it was so loud and so many different, I'm almost hearing voices and like thought patterns and like different things that it caused a mass, like I'm almost getting like hysteria or confusion inside of you where you just didn't fucking know. Like you, and then you just like, you had a shut off throat chakra and you didn't understand what was happening, and you didn't like, cause the conduit inside of you, the conduit that you are, is like so powerful, but you didn't know because it's so natural. And so you didn't really understand that that's what was going on, right? So anyways, from there to here, did you see how fast that shifted? So from there to here, right now, you've done a lot of stuff to re-find yourself through this energy. And I think that there's almost like a point where you hit overload, where you like stopped allowing energy in, and that's when you started like running, not running away, but again, like hiding yourself from the world. And the world needs you, my love, which is why this message is finding you. It's why this message is here. Like, it's time, like the world needs you. You're literally like so important and necessary in this world. You don't even understand. Like, I can't express this enough, but like, yeah, the world just needs you so badly right now, especially at this time in like this transformation of Earth. And yeah, we need you. So anyways, that's why this message is finding you, in case you needed a why. Moving back in, so since from that time period until now, I'm getting that like since you were in overload, you had to slowly, like I'm getting, take little chunks of the energy is what I'm seeing, and alchemize those. So like throughout the past like 5-10 years, 11 years, 15 years, okay, so it's different for a lot of you. There's a few different collectives here. Yeah, and I'm seeing that you would like have little moments of time where like you would take a chunk of this energy and alchemize it into something beautiful. You may even be an artist. You may have created art specifically and like used art as like a means for your alchemy to transform a lot of that energy that was just like lying dormant inside of you, because like you're holding so much, or you were. And you may do art. It could be music, it could be art, it could be it has something to do with like transformation or like craft, because you took the energy and you turned it into something else. So you did create something. It doesn't have to be like so artistic. It could literally be like you built a house or something, you know, like it's very, very diverse and like vast, the different ways that you could have done this based on like what brought you pleasure at the time. And you could have actually done like several different things too, is what I'm getting. Like you could have done, like you could have tried one thing and like felt it for a while, and then totally jumped into a different subject, felt that for a while, like jumped into another subject, felt that for a while, jumped into another subject, felt that for a while, you know, like you could have done that so many different times. And it doesn't really matter like what different things you did, but all of these were ways that you were taking and alchemizing that dormant energy that had been built up from that period of time where you were in overload. And so what's happened is now you finally hit a point where all that overload energy has been alchemized, and it was done in different sections, which cleared your entire channel to get you to where you are right here, right now. Okay? And so now you're actually for the first time an available conduit for energy. And the reason that this message is coming through is because we've hit a pivotal point in Earth's trajectory. And that's why I'm even here. That's why I'm sharing all of these messages, right? Like the angels, I was brought here to do this. Like I know that I was, and like I've always known that I was. I've like, ever since I was really young, I was like, I know that I'm meant to like share my voice, you know, like share something. Like I always just like, there's a part of you that like knows, right? And so for me, like that's why I'm here, and like I'm here, I came here to help Earth. Like I know that, and I know my like star lineage and stuff like that, and I'm like here on purpose, right? Like I am from a tribe of star beings that came here to literally serve and assist this vibration and awakening here on Earth during this specific time. And so this specific time, like you're these beings too, like you're here, and we are here to help this deep transmission and transformation of Earth. And so now you're finally a clear channel. You're a clear channel, which is giving you the opportunity right now to finally allow that alchemy to turn back on inside of you, that light inside of you. And I think that you've actually already turned that light on. I think that you know, like I feel so deeply that like there's a part of you that like has a deep connection to your source, or your source center, or your spirit, or whatever you like to refer to, right? But you have like this deep servitude and connection, and you feel it like so potently. That's that alchemy point coming out of the conduit that is your vessel, okay? So that's your point of alchemy. That's what's so potent, and it's back on, right? And that's why you found this message too. And so now that it's on, here's your mission, right? It's time for you to, there's gonna be, there's going to be a lot more energy directed towards you in the coming years. And it's going to be a lot. And there's also going to be a mass amount of energy, even in the earth, that's just floating around, that needs to be alchemized. And you'll naturally be alchemizing this energy without realizing. But as people, here's what the angels really want me to push you towards. They're telling me that as people look at you, they're gifting you their presence and their energy, and they're giving you the opportunity to alchemize that energy. And they're doing it just by looking at you. They're not trying, they're not like losing anything. It's a gift, okay? It's a beautiful opportunity of transmission from their soul vessel to yours. And it's through the sense that you're a conduit, okay? And so anytime that anybody is looking at you, anytime that you're feeling energy directed towards you, take that energy, or not like take it intentionally, but like receive that energy is a better way to say that. There we go. That's the right word. Receive that energy and alchemize it. Anytime that anyone is moving towards you, anytime that anyone like even speaks to you, or like let's say that you're there for someone when they need you really badly, and it's like a deep conversation between the two of you, and like this person is just like unleashing their heart for you. Like that's such a beautiful moment to be in, right? And it's such a gift to be the person that they're talking to, the person that they're opening up to. That's an unleashment of that energy, and they're doing it because you feel safe and because you can alchemize that energy. That's why people, literally, I'm hearing that people always come up to you and tell you things, even like within seconds of like talking to them. They just tell you these really deep things, and that's literally why. It's like because you're a point of alchemy, okay? And so as this is happening, like receive that and like deepen into it as much as you can, and then find the thing that brings you alive, okay? Find the thing that brings you to life. You probably already have this thing, or you're like currently in this chapter finding this thing, okay? And this thing that brings you alive is your way of transmuting that energy into alchemy. Or does that sentence work? Alchemizing that energy, right? And so that's what the angels are pushing for you to do. The camera shut off, sorry. The angels really deeply want you to just like really breathe in the essence of all of the energy that's coming in towards you. Because again, like in the next season, in the next like many years of your life, it's going to intensify. It's going to be more and more and more energy, and you're also going to be alchemizing energy that doesn't even come from people, you know. It's going to be from earth. Like earth is a natural conduit as well, so like there's all these energies that like deepen into the earth and come back to life through the earth, right? And there's also just going to be that light transmission happening in your body and through you, just like deep alchemy in these next years. And it's actually going to be so beautiful, because this is going to be that potent energy that's going to, I'm getting like, help you take off. Like there's going to be this amazing, decade, chapter in your life that's going to be just like non-stop, of ride, like a giant wave that you're riding, and just giving into that wave and allowing that energy to move you and using it to your ability, right? As it comes towards you. And so there's something else that I wanted to touch on too. We're not done yet. Yeah, so like this is what's going to help you craft into the things that are going to really create everything that your dream life has always attained, or like the things that you see and everything that you're desiring. All of these things are going to come through this ability that you have of alchemizing the energy that's coming in towards you. So again, I really want to emphasize, because this message specifically has been coming through for me for like weeks, and I've been trying to add it into little tiny bits and pieces of things, but like the angels have been so potently telling me, like, follow your joy, follow your joy, follow your joy, find the thing that brings you joy, find the things that makes you the happiest, follow it, do that thing. Like, spend as much time as you possibly can doing the thing that brings you the joy and makes you daydream and makes you feel alive and makes you feel like everything's possible. Like, just do that thing. Like, find that thing and do it as often as you possibly can, because that's going to be the thing that transforms your life, because that's where that energy of your soul center and like your fire lives and breathes, right? So they have just been, that's like another thing that they've just been like telling me over and over for weeks, like, find your joy. And then the other thing that I wanted to say, let me see if it can come back. Oh, in the future, there's going to be moments of time that you're going to be within that are going to be really powerful. Like, I'm getting like mass get-togethers, and this is going to be like as this ability that you have of being a conduit like rises, and like I said, like this decade is what I'm getting, you're gonna start to attend big events, whatever that means for your reality and how that's going to work. It's gonna be big events where mass people look at you, again, like with that dream where everyone's looking at you. Like, you're gonna be attending mass events where people are looking at you, and it's because you need to be there, okay? And throughout your life, I also meant to touch on this earlier, but I guess it came through now, you know, trust the angels. Throughout your life, I'm getting that like you've always been exactly where you needed to be, and even right now you're exactly where you need to be, right? And it's because the angels kind of like push you in certain directions to be in certain places, to be a conduit in those areas for the time that you've needed to be there. And that's kind of why your life like shifts so rapidly, so quickly sometimes, and like everything just like changes. That's because you're needed in another place as a conduit, because there needs to be transmission there. And even for your own soul too. Oh, that could be a whole nother message too. I always say that, but then I'm like, the angels have to bring me back those messages, because I'm like, I don't even know what that was, but I just like see that message and I'm like, ah, that's too much. I'm like, that's not this message, this is a whole different wormhole. But yeah, so like you've always been like pulled and pushed into all these different places because you've been needed there for such a deep like renderance of that moment in time. Does that sentence work? You'll have to let me know. But yeah, so like again, in these coming years, like you're going to be thrown around a little bit, but like in a beautiful way. Again, like this wave, I'm getting this massive wave that you're going to be riding, and you just have to like let that wave take you where it's meant to take you. Things are going to come up, opportunities are going to find you, like just so many things that like, and I'm also getting like today a car almost pulled out. Like I was walking past and it was an electric car. I heard a little weird, and then she almost like backed into me, but then she didn't. But then it happened again. I was driving and another car came out of fucking nowhere. And so like another message that I'm hearing is like, there are things that you don't even realize are gonna come your way that are literally gonna come out of nowhere, and it's gonna be part of this. Like there's gonna be so much that's like coming in towards you, like opportunities and like things that just like you do not see coming. Like you do not even know that you're going to be a part of these big events, and then you're just gonna be there. And you're gonna be there because they need you there. The angels need you there, and because you need to be there. You deserve to be there also, just so you know. As these moments happen, like you deserve to be there. You're probably one of the most important people in those rooms, and even if you don't talk to a single fucking soul the entire night, like the energy work that you are doing just by being there is enough. It is a gift. It is so powerful. You don't even realize. And this is, again, going for your entire life. Every single room that you're in, like even if you're not like the crazy outgoing, like running around the room person, like main event type of vibe, like you're more necessary than you even realize to need to be in those rooms and in the places that you're going to be. And even now in this current time in your life, like you are so needed in every single room that you get put in, because you don't realize the potency of the energy that you are transmuting just by being there. Okay Oh, feels good to get through a whole message. I love you so much. I'm literally amazed by you guys. I already touched on this earlier. Like, I have never ever experienced such a potent collective. And like, also I never used to read for collectives. Like I always just like, it was different back in the day, but like, this is just the coolest experience I've ever had in my life. And like, I literally bawl my eyes out with a smile on my face when I read your guys' comments. Like, and I just don't know how to, I don't even know how to express how much it means to me, because like, I've been at this for so long, you guys, and I have never in my life experienced a community like this. Like, I've never seen it happen for someone else either. Like, I'm literally in awe. I'm in deep, deep awe of you guys, and like just the energy that you guys hold, the power you hold, the essence you have. Like, I see you and I love you so much. And I mean, obviously I'm so beyond grateful that you're here, but also I'm just so honored to like get to read for you. Like, it's such a gift to me to get to even feel your energy. Like, I literally love you guys, and if this message resonated with you, you're gonna have to let me know. Go ahead and go leave a comment, and I will see you guys in the next message.